Welcome back. A little bit of a different thing today. As you can see, I am not on camera this time because I don't feel like being on camera right now, but I still wanted to talk some stuff with you and just get some thoughts out there. Maybe you can relate, maybe not. We'll see. So this game, you may be wondering what the hell this is. This is Command & Conquer. More specifically, this is a mod of Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, which came out in the late 90s, called Mental Omega. And I've been playing this game quite a lot recently. I mean, I've been playing this game for years. At times when I just want to shut the world out, but not just sit and do nothing, and just veg out watching TV as, you know, people do, and that's fine if people do. I get really, really bored doing that. So when I am not in work mode, and I'm not in like gym mode or being productive mode, this is the game that I play that helps me slot my thoughts into the right place, basically, I think is the best way I can put it. I love this game. I've been playing this mod for like 5 years. I've never uninstalled it. And I'm not much of a gamer these days, but this game I just can always find time to just jump in and have a quick game. I say that, last couple of days I've been playing for like 6 hours straight and then taking a break and then just going, I could play some more. I've taken some time off work because I've been feeling what I like to call the big sad, where, and I'm sure we've all experienced this, where everything's just too much and I just need to disconnect from work and from the internet. My phone has been off for like 3 days. I just want to cocoon myself in my own little space in my apartment. And so in these times I will play this game, but Jesus Christ, the last couple of days I've just been hammering this game alarmingly much. Like, I'm just not sick of it at all. And during these times of the big sad, I do find that this game helps not to like forget about my problems, but like I said, to just sort of rearrange my thoughts in such a way that is constructive. I guess it's kind of like chess, right? Just really, really fast-paced and chaotic chess, as you can see. So what's been going on with me recently is that everything's gotten a little bit much lately. In terms of work, in terms of social life or lack thereof. I spend so much of my time concentrating on, you know, what people would call self-improvement or whatever, and maintaining myself, whether that's my mental health or my physical health, whatever. And sometimes I get burnt out from that. And I just go, do you know what? I just want to sit and play video games for 4 days straight and drink some beers, which is what I'm doing right now. Cheers. And so what's been going on in my life? Well, I have become very disillusioned with a lot of things lately. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I have been working in the same job for 7 years. Quite happily. I love the job. Please don't get me wrong. But I have found myself being in a situation where I have been working in the job for so long and have acquired so many skills. And very specific skills that someone would have to spend years learning, that I don't feel like I'm being paid enough. And I spoke to my boss about this end of last year, and we sort of vaguely spoke about a pay rise, but in my mind it's like a pay rise to get to where I should have already been paid, you know. I'm not asking for an unreasonable amount of money, I don't think. It's just money that matches A, my skill level and my experience, and B, the cost of living here where I live. Certain places in Europe are really, really expensive, and it's, you know, money's been quite a struggle for quite a while now due to my life circumstances. And so there's that. There's also you know, just a series of little annoying things. Like, for example, my music production monitors. I use them for DJ, you know, for if I want to do a DJ mix at home. And I hadn't done one in quite some time, and so I was like, oh, I haven't done that in a while. That'll be a good pastime for a little bit. And what happened? I turned on my laptop and turned on the DJ gear, turned on both monitors, audio monitors this is, and one of them was sounding very funky, and not in a good way. And it seems that one of the transistors has blown on the inside of it, and I've been using these monitors for a long time, so it makes sense. They're going to die eventually, right? But that's just one thing, where it's like, I'm going to do this thing. Oh no, I can't do this now, and to replace it, it's going to be like 150, 200 euros or something, so that's not going to happen anytime soon, because of what I mentioned before about, you know, money situation not being great. So I can't do that now. I could do it with one speaker, but I don't really feel like doing that. Because it's just going to sound like crap, and so I'd rather just not bother. So now my, you know, let's say 800 euros worth of gear is now not entirely useless, but for what I want to use it for, completely useless now. And so there's that as well. You know, I obviously I'm doing YouTube, not full time, and it's tough, man. Sometimes doing YouTube, you know, it's not that I have to do it. No one's forcing me to do it, obviously, but it's something I really enjoy doing, for the most part. But sometimes, and I know this is not just exclusive to me, this is a lot of people, where you do a video and you think it's going to do really, really well, you put loads of time into it and loads of effort, and you think it's really good, and then it just goes nowhere. And something else is, I found videos where I put so little effort into, like a reaction video or something, does way, way better than something that I put loads of time into. Which is really frustrating as a creative person. I want to put a lot of effort into videos. I find it very cathartic. It's very satisfying. But I have found that the videos that I put the most effort into do the least well. And that has been consistent since I started, like, over a year ago. And it's just so fucking frustrating. It's like, what do you want me to do? And, you know, now it occurs to me that I have, like, algorithm brain. In a sense, I don't use social media. Some of you already know that, but I hate any kind of social media or whatever having that effect on your mind where you're thinking about it. You're thinking, how can I optimize for most views and all this kind of stuff. I don't like that. I really don't like that side of YouTube. But it is what it is, right? So, and it's inevitable. Anyone that's started making YouTube videos will know this. That it starts playing on your mind a lot of the time. It's always in the back of your mind, like what's going to be the next video, how was it going to do, do I have any comments that I need to respond to, all this kind of stuff. It adds up and it's quite taxing. And so I spent the last few weeks banging out a bunch of videos just so I could have a bit of a break. So it wouldn't be on my mind so much. So I've got loads of videos scheduled for the next 5-6 weeks or something. Crazy. And so I thought that would give me a bit of time to relax, but no. It has almost had the opposite effect somehow. To the point where I haven't been to the gym for like 3 weeks now, which is an incredibly long time for me. I tell a lie. I've been to the gym once in the last 3 weeks, and that's, I thought, because of physical exhaustion from just overworking myself. I cycle to work as well, so, you know, it's not like I jump on the bus or get in a car. It's like I cycle to and from work, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, every day, year in, year out. And cumulative fatigue is something that I have experienced in the past, but I've learned to sort of recognize it. And I didn't think that's what it was, but when I went to the gym, I sort of woke up and I was like, okay, I feel kind of rested now. Maybe a couple of weeks off has done some good. So I went to the gym, didn't go too hard, and then afterwards, I went to work, And I just felt like utter crap. It's like my body and mind was like, why the hell did you just do that? It's like it was punishing me for doing something I enjoy. So I enjoy going to the gym. I love going to the gym. I can't go to the gym right now because I don't know if it's physical or mental, whatever. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, I do know what's going on, but there's certain stuff that I choose not to reveal. Family related stuff. And so it just feels, this is a really, really long way of saying, it just feels right now that nothing that I enjoy, aside from playing this bloody video game, is giving me any satisfaction or enjoyment in life. You know, I used to make music, I don't make music anymore. I don't want to make music, that's a given. I haven't wanted to do that really for a long time, but making YouTube videos I really enjoy doing. I'm too tired to do that. I really love going to the gym, I'm too tired to do that. I don't want to go out and socialize. I don't want to see my friends even. Like the last couple of days I've just cocooned myself. And it's weird because it's the 4th of April right now, so spring's right around the corner. It's a bit more sunny than it has been for a long, long time. So you would assume that me being someone who's obsessed with bright light and sunshine and warmth and everything, this should, like, it should all be turning around right now, but it isn't. And that is another frustrating thing. It's like I assumed that, you know, now a bit more sun. Now it's, you know, we're through the tough part of the year, or the, you know, the last 12 months. But no, I still feel exactly the same. And I don't know why exactly. I mean, I do know why, but it's certain problems that I can't resolve. Because they're personal problems. Nothing medical or anything weird like that, but interpersonal, family sort of stuff. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't change it, I can't fix it. The person who is, I don't want to say responsible because that's a bit much, but the person whose actions and decisions have led to a lot of upset for me will not change their mind about the thing that they do that upsets me. So I just have to accept it. And it's really bloody difficult. I've explained it many, many times. I've made myself very clear about how I feel about this situation, and they won't... They say they understand, but they're not willing to do anything to change the situation, to acknowledge my feelings and my perspective on this situation. It's more worthwhile to them. And trust me, it doesn't have to be this way, I guarantee. Objectively, it does. The situation that is making me feel like I have this undercurrent of sadness because of this person's decision, it doesn't have to be this way. So they could quite easily choose to do otherwise, let's just say, but they refuse to, because my feelings aren't as important as their... I'm trying to use my words really carefully here. As their stance on a particular situation. I know, you're probably going, what the hell are you talking about? But I really can't divulge, or I don't want to divulge specifically what I'm talking about. But this is just an incredible frustration for me. Because... yeah, I normally, you know, I would say, if it's a situation that you can't change and you can't do anything about it, then don't stress about it. What's the point, right? And I have thought that way. I have tried to do that, to think that way. But it still bothers me, no matter what I do, no matter how I try to look the other way or think of it in a different way. It really fucking bothers me, this thing. And it's not going away. And so when you add all of these things together, like that, like my wages dissatisfaction, my speaker blowing itself up, and a lot of other little niggly things, like, I'm just like, can I get a fucking break? And it doesn't, and also that feeling, the feeling of, can I get a break? Oh god, I've felt that for like the last 3 years. Like, I just need a break. Like, I've had a holiday, I've had some, you know, a vacation, but I mean a break. Like, a stroke of luck or something. Like, and life has been on hard mode for me, personally, for what feels like forever, but realistically it's been like 4 years or something. And it's all just getting a little bit exhausting. And there's nothing I can do. All I can do is white-knuckle it through life until something changes, and I don't know when that's going to change or if it ever will change. So why am I sharing this with you? You might be wondering. Well, I don't know. This really, I've no script or anything. This is just me spitballing, with no clear direction. I just wanted to talk remotely, I guess, with some of you about shit that's been going on in my life, so you have a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look into what goes on, not on the channel, but in my life that surrounds this channel. I'm always, you know, trying to be as positive and entertaining, I guess, as I possibly can be, but right now I don't feel entertaining at all. This is much more just talking out of my ass and seeing if other people might have been feeling the same way, because, you know, I think that the world is in a weird place right now. You know, the enshittification of everything is real. I was going to make a video on that, and then I realized, like, I've seen that word in thumbnails before. I'm not going to touch that, because other people have clearly done that already. And it doesn't really match the theme of my channel, but then again, neither does this, so whatever. It seems everything's getting worse. Like, I'm old, right? And in my opinion, everything was better in the past. Internet connections were much worse, sure. Cars were more polluting, sure. But social media didn't exist. And I don't like social media. I don't like how it has clearly affected people, largely quite negatively. And I've made my own effort to avoid that, because I don't use Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, blah blah blah. I don't touch them. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of people do. And I miss a time when it didn't exist, when it wasn't even an option. You know, if every single person on Earth stopped using social media, then we could go back to a bit of what I would perceive as normality, but that's never going to happen. All I can do is just avoid it myself. And I miss the past, man. I miss, like, the early 2000s, and not just the culture, the music and movies and all that stuff. Obviously, it was great back then. But it's just the feeling of that time. Just breathing in and out in that time was nice. It didn't feel like... I didn't feel any oppression then by society, by technology, by the world. And of course, you know, I wasn't in my, you know, late 30s. I wasn't employed, I wasn't expected. There wasn't so much expected of me. Responsibility wasn't so much a thing. But even if it was, I would have felt like I would have had more thinking space to do those things more than I do now, where it just seems inescapable, this oppressive feeling surrounding tech and surrounding the world, and, you know, all the bloody wars going on. Again, so many wars, completely fucking unnecessary wars going on right now. It doesn't need to happen. It needs to stop happening. And I've had to stop reading the news. I mean, I tend not to read the news anyway, but I like to keep in touch with current events, etc. But again, like 3 weeks ago, or a month ago maybe, I just went, do you know what, I'm not paying attention. I'm going to be blissfully ignorant for a little bit. and I'll come back to world events when I'm ready to do so. And I'm still not there yet. I don't know what's going on with Iran and with Gaza and all this stuff. Like, it's not that I don't care. I care in the sense that I don't enjoy knowing that people are suffering. That's awful, and I am quite an empathetic person, so... but there's nothing I can do about that, either, you know? So what's the benefit? What's the point of me knowing about it? It doesn't really help. Especially when I'm going through my own genuine struggles in my day-to-day often. So shit like that it just adds another layer of pressure to my mind, and that's why I chose to, you know, stop paying attention to it for a little bit. I'm not planning on pivoting to gaming, but I have a history of playing games quite a lot. Just, you know, in recent years, responsibilities and life's got in the way, so I'll play this game again because I can just jump in at any moment and play for 20 minutes or an hour or 6 hours, and I can turn it off whenever I want. You know, that's another thing I don't like about modern life, is modern gaming absolutely sucks. I don't care what you say. The industry standard for gaming these days is so awful. With, you know, microtransactions and day one patches and all this stuff. Battle passes or whatever, like gambling mechanics and stuff. Like, I hate it so much that it put me off gaming in general. I haven't bought a new game. I can't tell you the last time I bought a new game. A new-ish game that I bought was some PS3, some PS4 game. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a driving game. Not Burnout, but like the successor to Burnout, kind of. Anyway, it's a smashy, crashy car game, and I was like, maybe I'll play online. And it's like, no, you need to have an account and you have to do all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just won't play online. Like, that was the most recent game that I bought, and in fairness, I think the servers for that game are probably not there anymore. So, like, you're looking at this game now, which it came out in 7 or something, the original version, and it's been updated and stuff, maybe 98. And you can still play this online today, this game that you're watching right now. I've played with friends, it's so much fun. And there's no microtransactions, there's no crap that they've stuffed in to try and squeeze money out of the player base. It's just a game, it's just a mod of a game that you can just play if you feel like it. Like, that's what gaming used to be like. And now it's not like that. I'm not saying the entire gaming industry isn't like that, of course it is. There are elements of it that are good, but the way it's going, the live service model and all that stuff, I just cannot stand it, and I refuse to contribute financially to it. Because I hate it so much, and so if I do that, then I feel like a hypocrite and that I'm part of the problem, right? Game companies wouldn't shove microtransactions into their games if people didn't buy them. It's kind of the same with social media. Like, if you didn't use social media, if no one used social media, it would not exist. But yeah, what am I saying? Where am I going? So, I've been so rambly. And if you've stuck around this far, then, why? What have I been saying that's been so interesting? I don't know where I want to go with this. I just wanted to get some stuff out of my chest. Out of my chest? Some stuff off my chest and put it out there into the world. Because I mean, this, as I'm speaking to you now, whoever you are listening, this is the most I've verbalized in, I'm going to say, like a week. I haven't spoken to anyone. I haven't really seen anyone. I've seen my boss, but due to the nature of my job, we don't really need to speak that much. So this is me reaching out at 10 to 10 on 4th of April to some random person on the internet watching me play a game from 25 years ago. Wait. No! Like 30 years ago. Holy crap. So, as you can probably tell, I play this game too much. I know it in and out, and I'm quite skilled in it. If you're wondering where you can get this game, you can still buy Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, and I think you can get it through EA. I got it on disc, I think. It came with like a code for a bunch of different games. Command & Conquer games, that is. And really the only one I was interested in was Red Alert 2, because it's the best one. And then I was going through mods online and found this one. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I've not uninstalled it for like 5 years. It's just great. It's endlessly fun. Yeah, so I could have made a video today about a lot of things in my life that are frustrating me, and you know, now I'm on the spot, I've probably left a bunch of stuff out, but I didn't want this to be a super negative emo video. I've just been having a struggle time recently. Like I said, I call it the big sad, where everything is just... You know, you have one shit day, and you go, okay, that was just a day. But then when it's the second, and the third, and the fourth, and like 3 weeks go by, and you're still feeling the same way, that's what I call the big sad, where it just persists, and it doesn't feel like it's ever going to go away. I'm sure it will, but it's just a compounded sadness. It just sucks. Totally sucks. Anyway, I feel like I've spoken enough. I hope you enjoyed this footage of this game, and me winning very, very solidly. Thank you for listening and watching. I will see you in the next one. Go away.